It's important to know your hair type because it's going to help you choose the right shampoo and conditioner. It's also going to let you know how often you need to wash your hair. Why do some people need to wash their hair every day versus others need to wash once a week? You're also going to be able to choose the right styling products. So do you need something to hydrate your hair or do you need something to give it lift and body? Also, some tools work better for certain hair types versus others. Why is it that someone can blow dry their hair and get an appropriate style while others need to use a flat iron? It's also going to help you choose the right haircut. Hair, the way I look at it, it's like a fabric. So if you have silk, it's going to be really hard to make your hair look like wool. If your hair is like wool, how are you going to make it look like silk? Understanding your hair type is going to help you figure out and get the right expectations for what's going to work for you. So the first part of understanding your hair type would be to think of your hair as a forest. In that forest, do you have really skinny trees or do you have really big trees? A skinny tree would be fine hair. Fine hair, it's very, very skinny, more prone to breakage and damage, or you have coarse hair. Coarse hair is going to be thicker in diameter and you can do things like a bleach and tone, a color, and your hair is never going to break apart. And then somewhere in the middle is medium hair. One thing I recommend when you're looking to find what your hair type is to compare to other people. If you're only comparing to people with the same hair type as you, it might be hard to understand what hair type you actually have. So going back to that forest analogy, we want to think about how many trees are in that forest, or how many hairs per square inch. So if you're to section your hair and it's really hard to see your scalp, you have high density. If you section your hair and all you see is scalp, you have low density. Somewhere in the middle, you have medium density. Now, our density is not the same throughout the head. We typically have less hair in the front than we do in the back. Density also changes as we get older. So unfortunately, both men and women lose hair as we age, and typically it's going to be anywhere from here forward. Something else to consider is your cuticle. The cuticle of the hair would be like the bark on a tree. So does that tree bark sit really rough or is it really, really smooth? When you have a smooth cuticle, typically it means that your hair is going to be hard to style. So you're going to wake up in the morning, it's going to look perfect because heat doesn't really affect it. Also, your hair is going to get oily faster because you have nothing to stop the oil from your head sliding down the cuticle of your hair. If you have a high cuticle, the opposite will be true. Your hair is going to wake up like how I wake up, like a Q-tip on the top of your head, because any sort of heat is going to affect your hair. Some women have the Rapunzel gene, meaning their hair is going to grow forever. Whereas other women have the hair gene that their hair really only wants to grow for about 2 years. So for them, their expectation of length is really only to about here. If you want your hair to grow longer than that, unfortunately, just like with my height, I can't take vitamins or supplements and think that I'm going to grow taller. It's within my genetics that I'm this height. If I want to be taller, I wear high heels. If you want your hair to be longer, put in extensions. Hopefully this video has helped you understand your hair type. So you can go ahead, choose the right products, choose the right styling tools, and have the right expectations of your hair length. Let me know your hair type in the comments below. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you next Tuesday.